Our inductee in the coaches category is Faith Johnson Patterson of Maple Grove. In a 24-year coaching career, Johnson compiled a 491 and 175 record. She is the first girls basketball coach in league history to lead 2 different schools to 3 consecutive state championships. And to think she wasn't even interested in being a basketball coach.
Never. I actually never wanted to coach high school basketball, ever. It was, I had an opportunity to play years ago after I played for the Badgers in Poland or Sweden. Now, I'm from the inner city. So at that time, I'm thinking, okay, inner city African-American female going to Poland or Sweden is not an option. That was just too weird for me. And it was kind of sad because I didn't have an opportunity to play like they do now to continue that career. And one day, Ray Finley approached me and said, hey, how about becoming my assistant coach? And I thought, no. I turned him down probably 2 or 3 times at least. And he talked me into assisting him at Blake.
Johnson Patterson was content with being an assistant coach under the legendary Ray Finley, but that quickly changed in a unique way.
What clicked was when the late Coach Brown, he actually approached me. And I turned them down. Then it was now announced on a local radio station by Tomorrow Moore and another athlete that I was going to be the new head coach here at Minneapolis North. So I ended up approaching her and I said, why would you say something like that, kid? I'm not coaching you. And she started crying. And I thought, I can't possibly, I'm just an assistant coach. How can I, have this type of effect on this kid? That was the moment. That was the moment I said, my God, okay. And we had to figure it out. I didn't know what I was doing. But every day you come to practice, tomorrow morning, the same player is coming, that recruited me, got me here. Now she's telling me all these things she wants to accomplish. I'm thinking, what the world is going on here? This kid, what do you see in me? What do you think that I'm able to do? And that piece right there forced me to dig deep to figure it out.
Johnson Patterson and her husband John would coach 24 players that played at the Division I level. She had a 36-6 record during state tournament play, which equates to the highest winning percentage of .857 of any girls basketball coach.
I never came into coaching, ever thinking about accomplishments. It was just never about coaching, which is really a strange thing to say, but it was all about making a difference and just touched by being used by God, and placed in a position to be able to impact.
Johnson Patterson, a native of North Minneapolis, beams at the banners hanging in the Minneapolis North Gymnasium. It isn't for personal pride, though.
It's for the school. That right there is for the school. This is a community school. It's been around for years. So that right there represents pride, represents you're proud of something that is amazing, that has, that's quality, that has produced a lot of good people.
Well, I think for one, she's been very successful, and people like to hear from winners. But she's also successful in developing young women off the court in terms of being a role model for them and teaching them life skills on and off the court. I think her primary message is that she cares deeply about the young people that she's coaching. She's very authentic. She is a role model. Her story is inspiring. She has had a lot of ups and downs in her coaching career, and she's been very resilient through that and shares that story of her journey of being an African-American female coach.
Johnson Patterson acknowledged that she too learned lessons along her coaching journey.
That, honestly, my heart was in it. I never said I was perfect, but I did it for all the right reasons. And I absolutely sacrificed so much for the betterment of somebody else's child. And willingly and lovingly 100% committed to do that. And so very unselfish, but someone who just wanted to do whatever they could to make a positive impact on, on someone's life, and hopefully to help them, plant a seed in them to be something special for somebody else.
Lavoie says Johnson Patterson has left an enduring legacy.
At the end of the day, sport is about developing leaders and character and life skills and sending these young women out into the community to make a difference in the way that works for them. And Faith does that. There's generations of girls now that have benefited from her mentorship and leadership and the fact that she is a role model in our community.